How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. We are back again for another week, and I hope every single one of you have had a good weekend. Now, on today's show, we're going to be talking about the Bundesliga results because there were some good ones in there. And we're going to be taking a look at Jadon Sancho in particular. We're also going to be talking about Mario Icardi because he's made his move to PSG a permanent one. And the last piece of news involves Hector Bellerin, because he's attracted interest from Inter Milan and Juventus.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right. So the first place we're going to start is the signing of Mario Icardi to PSG on a permanent transfer. And the PSG have confirmed the signing of striker Mario Icardi on a permanent deal from Inter Milan. The Argentina international has signed a 4-year deal with PSG, which runs until June 2024. The French champions have agreed to pay a fee of 50 million euros with 7 million in add-ons for Icardi, who joined them on loan from Inter Milan in September. As part of that agreement, PSG held an option to buy the 27-year-old, which expired on Sunday, May the 31st. Both teams confirmed the transfer, with Inter saying in a statement, "The club thanks the player for the 6 seasons he spent with us and wish him all the best for his future professional career." Icardi was left out of Inter Milan's squad upon Antonio Conte's arrival last summer, but he has impressed in France. He has scored 20 goals and added 4 assists in 31 appearances this season before Liga 1 was called off due to the coronavirus pandemic. Icardi has been competing for a place in the side with Uruguay striker Edinson Cavani, PSG's all-time top goal scorer, whose contract expires on June the 30th. Inter want to sign Cavani on a free transfer this summer as they prepare for the potential departure of Martinez to Barcelona, and that's according to Sky in Italy. So yeah, it was a transfer that I think we all knew was going to happen, and given the fact that his loan deal expired, and you're looking at the situations and everything else, it was a simple fact that they were going to get the deal done. PSG are not short of money. They're one of those clubs in a fortunate position where they can actually spend, and they're not really going to be too hard hit by the coronavirus pandemic. But yeah, there's been mention over the last few weeks as to possible places he could go. Arsenal's been mentioned as well. They're saying that maybe there would have been a swap deal with Aubameyang, with him going to Inter Milan, but that was ruled out pretty much straight away because Aubameyang doesn't want to go to Inter Milan. Saying that, it doesn't sound like he wants to go anywhere else because he hasn't actually come out and said anything. So until we hear otherwise, got to take it as paper talk. But yeah, he's made the move permanent. It's going to be interesting to see how he does with the likes of Mbappe and of course Neymar. But he's done all right so far when you look at his statistics and everything. 20 goals, 4 assists in 31 games. That's not too bad in his first season for PSG. So he's made the move permanent, and we'll see what happens with his career, once the French league starts again, because 27 years old, he's hitting his prime years, and he's got to, really start, enjoying these last few years of his career before, he ultimately retires. But he's in his peak at the moment, and it depends whether his wife can keep her mouth quiet and doesn't cause any trouble over there, because that's one of his biggest issues is his wife, because it's also his agent and she talks a lot. Yeah, so it's interesting. But listen, I wish him all the best and I hope he has a good time at PSG. Next piece of news involves the Bundesliga results, and there were some good results in there. Some expected results as well. Bayern Munich winning 5-0. It's inevitable, really. Going to win the Bundesliga again. It's pretty simple. Hertha had a 2-0 win. Werder Bremen, they picked up a brilliant result. Schalke, I think they probably want to go back into isolation. They've been dreadful since they've came back. Hoffenheim, they got a great win in there. Mönchengladbach 4-1 win against Union Berlin, really good result. But the result of the weekend would have to be Borussia Dortmund, and it was a 6-1 win. And the talking point in that, of course, would have been Jadon Sancho, because he scored a hat-trick. And it wasn't just a hat-trick, it was the celebration for the first goal, where he took his shirt off and revealed a message about justice for George Floyd. He was subsequently booked for his celebration because obviously he took his shirt off. It would be nice if a referee could use their discretion and actually use a bit of common sense. I think their hands are tied, but I feel that in these moments, you should be just letting him just get on with it. He's not wasting time. It's a very, very important message. If you see what's going on around the world right now, and you see what's going on in America, and you saw what happened to George Floyd, and I've got no issues with that kind of celebration whatsoever, because he's trying to use his place in the public eye to spread a message, and it's a big message. And this doesn't just affect Americans, it affects black people all over the world. It's 2020, man. There should be no racism. There should be no discrimination. There should be none of what we saw involving George Floyd. And it's as simple as that. You know, it doesn't matter what colour you are. White, black, doesn't matter. We are all equal. We are all human beings. Alright, so I hope this message gets across loud and clear. I really, really do. And I really hope and pray we can live in a world without discrimination. My children, you know, they're not going to face some of the challenges that black children will have to face. And that's wrong. It's so wrong. You know, everyone should be equal, man. And I'm sorry if I have to go down this route and really go political with it, but it really winds me up, because my children, your children, any person, any white person should not, you know, have some kind of leeway because of their skin colour. We should not have any kind of special privileges, shall we say, because we're white. It shouldn't work like that, man. We should all be equal. We should all be treated the same. If you commit a crime, you're treated for that crime based on the crime you committed. Whether you're white or black, it doesn't matter. And that's the be all and end of it. It's as simple as that, man. And I really hope that maybe this incident involving George Floyd and his death is the catalyst for change, finally, because we've seen it all too many times and nothing changes. And hopefully this was the straw that broke the camel's back. And this was where people said enough is enough. Enough is enough, man. Do you know what I mean? So, no problem with Jadon Sancho with that message in any way, shape or form. And I just wish that the referee would have given a little bit of leniency and a bit of, you know, discretion to it and just said, look, go on, go about your business. Or, but I know that their hands are tied, like with most organisations. It's not the referees, it's the organisations that implement these rules. But yeah, like I said, I hope that, you know, maybe they can look at that and see it for what it is, and you shouldn't be punishing someone for that. So listen, great results in the Bundesliga. Premier League's going to be returning soon, so it'll be interesting to see how many people keep an eye on the Bundesliga once normal football in their countries return and everything else, like the Premier League or La Liga, etc. But at the moment, I'm still enjoying the games, and you know, it's inevitable that Bayern Munich are going to win the league, but there's still some good games in there, so I'm enjoying them. Last piece of news involves Hector Bellerin, and a report's come out to say that he's unlikely to leave Arsenal this summer, but reports suggest the club must improve to guarantee his long-term commitment. Serie A sides Inter Milan and Juventus are said to be interested in the right back amid the Gunners' financial uncertainty. After 3 straight seasons in the Europa League, Arsenal may not even qualify for Europe this season, as Mikel Arteta wrestles with the club's side. In ESPN have reported that Bellerin believes in his compatriot's ability to turn things around. However, it is added that rumblings of a move away will grow serious if the Gunners remain in the doldrums. Look, you kind of got to take these reports with a pinch of salt, but if Hector Bellerin ever turned around and said, you know, unless you start to perform, I'm off, then bye-bye, see you later, because, you know, he's one of the reasons why we've been underperforming. His performances haven't been great. Do I look at that and think it would be a big loss? Not really. I think that there's other, you know, right backs out there that are better and that I would love to see at Arsenal. Hakimi, I keep mentioning him. It's a player that scored again for Borussia Dortmund at the weekend. But yeah, look, listen, you kind of got to take it with a pinch of salt. Hector seems very committed. And I really hope that this extended break might have actually helped him and recover from his niggling little injuries on top of his big ACL injury. And hopefully he can come back firing. Hopefully he can come back fresher and fitter and ready for the challenge. But remains to be seen. But yeah, interesting to see if he eventually goes where he would go. So there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about today's topics. The Hector Bellerin situation, let me know what you think about that. And would you be sorry to see him go, or do you think Arsenal should cash in? And also the Jadon Sancho situation. Do you feel that the referee should have used his discretion and said, listen, I'm not going to book you, man. It's the right thing to do. Do you know what I mean? So let me know. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button and make sure you smash a like on this video. And I will see you lot tomorrow. I'm out of here.